Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of our Fire Emblem Three Houses playthrough. At the end of last episode, we basically confronted a dragon that they called the Immaculate One. So here we are, moving on right into the next chapter. So,
Part 1,
since I have never...
White clouds.
Let me turn them
Lone
down a little
moon.
bit.
Outset of a power
Now,
struggle.
since I haven't played this part of the game before, I am not entirely sure what
Together,
to expect.
The people of Fodlan relish the
Mainly-
beauty of the brilliant moon overhead
Mainly
as
because
another
I
year
don't
ends.
know where our
Recall
base of
sad
operations is going to be.
parties
Like,
and
are we still going to be
acquaintances
inside the
alike, but
monastery,
each
even though
person
we
must still walk
betrayed
the chosen
them?
path
But
alone.
did we betray
With
them?
each day,
Like,
the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky. A silent reminder, perhaps, of some inescapable truth.
yeah, the inescapable truth is that we got nowhere to go. So I have no idea from here on out what is going to happen. So I'm
We
going in
somehow
blind.
managed to escape.
This is one of the Imperial Army's provisional camps. Here we can organize our forces.
Before we go any further, I want all of you to really ask yourselves if you're certain you wish to join us. As expected, Flame has chosen to leave our ranks.
When I saw our professor running off, I ran about as fast as I could to catch up.
Caspar, death finds those who run without thinking. You gave no thought to the war fog. My grandfather was the leader of Brigid, and I hope for us to be allies with the Empire. I will be staying.
Was this a good idea? Did I make the right choice? Oh, but my family is part of the Empire, and our professor is here.
You're fine here with us, Bernie. Though it's true certain houses were against the Imperial Princess.
I assume you're referring to my family. I must believe that the conclusion I came to was the correct one. You are the Emperor now. I am the only one left who is qualified to guide you at this point.
I'm only here because I know it would be troublesome to stand against you.
I'm not just here for you, Adie. I'm here to follow our dear professor. Of course, I don't have any territory to offer, so Hubie may not even want me here.
The greater our numbers, the better. Your reasons for being here are of no consequence.
I think I understand where you're coming from. But now, I wish to hear of your resolve. Like you, I have risen to meet my destiny. I cut this path, and I will see it through to the end. Following me is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself. One misstep, and we fall to our ruin. You have now witnessed the Archbishop's true self. She is a cruel beast. Those who rule this world use that beast's power to fabricate miracles, all to control those who blindly believe in the goddess. They conceal the truth and force their lies on the nobility. They mercilessly annihilate anyone who defies them. I know this because I have lived it. After what you have seen, is there any room for doubt? The Church of Seros has great influence and power. Their control over the lords of the kingdom and the Alliance is nearly absolute. We are the only ones who can stop this indomitable enemy that has plagued our world for ages. We fight for humanity, for all of Fodlan. If you dare walk this path with me, take your first step. It's now or never. Thank you, my friends. We are the true face of the Empire, and we will triumph!
Well, I will say, Edelgard does have a way with words.
That was incredible, Lady Edelgard.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm relieved. They really chose to follow me. I was resolved to move forward alone if I had to. But in my heart, I hoped it wouldn't come to that.
So long as I am here, you will never be alone. Please do not forget that. And it would seem that the professor also has a key role to play in this.
You're right. Now, I must speak with our dear teacher. Please, make preparations. The messenger should be here shortly.
Consider it done.
Now, on my
Professor,
first playthrough...
may I
Oh,
speak
just
with you?
kidding. Actually, no. we'll wait for this. So on my first playthrough of this game, I used Edelgard and Hubert quite a bit. And when I lost the two, they were pretty strong. So when I lost the two of them, it hurt. It stung a little bit. So I'm glad to be able to use Edelgard and Hubert this timer. Well, I guess in this case, just Edelgard. Anyway, of course, Edelgard, you can speak with us.
I appreciate it.
What's wrong?
I'm just anxious. It feels like the weight of this burden is crushing me. At this very moment, on my orders, I'm starting a war. An army far larger than the one that attacked the Holy Tomb last month will soon be locked in battle. Long-devised strategies are unfolding across Fodlan. Leaders are deciding their loyalties and preparing to fight. So many generals and soldiers will die. It's inevitable that civilians will get caught up in the chaos as well. There will be countless casualties. With a single command, the flames of war will rage across all corners of this realm. And I am the one who is giving the order.
This is the path you chose, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There is no turning back.
At least she has the resolve for it.
No matter how much blood flows at my feet, I will not relent. We must break the bonds that the depraved church has placed on Fodlan. These sacrifices will allow us to create a future where we never need sacrifice again. It may seem contradictory, but it's the only way. Listen to me. I made up my mind long ago. Yet here I am, seeking your approval. Tell me the truth, my teacher. Are you happy with your decision to stay by my side? Unlike me, you can still walk away from all of this. This path leads to the death of the Archbishop and the servants of the Church. Can you live with that?
Well, considering that our father walked away the first time, and our father died ending up, died helping the Church, I chose this path too. From the beginning. From the very beginning.
I'm sorry, it was a foolish question. I believe in you, Professor, and you believed in me. With that knowledge, I have the strength to keep fighting. Let's go. There's something I need to say to Hubert.
Your Majesty, the latest report indicates that our main army is advancing as planned. Also, the preparations for your manifesto are almost complete.
Manifesto?
We will be distributing our manifesto to every lord within Fodlan. We will expose the dark side of the Church of Seros and the foul practices of the nobles from the Kingdom and the Alliance. We will force the people of Fodlan to open their eyes to the truth and relinquish any remaining conviction to unite against the Empire. Certain nobles have already offered us their support.
Yes, there are other nobles who oppose the Church. We will condemn those who deserve condemnation, and forgive those who deserve forgiveness. We have already purged some of the Imperial nobles who are morally rotten.
Oh.
My father among them. How unfortunate.
And soon we will invade and conquer Garreg Mach. Our main army has already departed the Imperial capital. They will arrive at the monastery in 2 weeks' time. There, we will join forces with them. As for us, I'd like your opinion on how we should be positioned within the army.
We are the Imperial Sword.
Your Majesty intends to fight alongside the Professor, correct? In that case, you will not be incorporated into the Empire's main army. Your squad can move freely about the battlefield under supervision of the Imperial forces. That would be most prudent.
Now that I'm the Emperor, we can't let it slip that I'm following your command in battle, Professor.
I fully object to the notion of you fighting on the front lines.
Hubert, we've already discussed this.
My apologies. I overstepped.
Now that the details are settled, all that's left is to come up with a name for ourselves. In honor of our time at the Academy, how about we call ourselves the Black Eagle Strike Force?
I hope we can live up to the name.
With you as our leader, I'm confident we will. To me, that name represents us soaring toward a new dawn as freely as an eagle. I'll leave it to you to prepare the Black Eagle Strike Force for departure.
Oh boy. All right. So it looks like we're going to be taking over Garreg Mach. So that leaves me with the question, where are we going to be staying? You know, it looks like the students did come with us, so we're not going to be just us two fighting, which is nice. Oh, this is interesting. This month you will operate from a temporary encampment, so the available facilities are limited. Oh, okay. So we have quite a few people around here. This is all...
Yes.
Oh, who are
I'm
these?
Randolph von Berglies. I'm not very high in the ranks yet, but I'm more or less a general. Just
I'm
like
not
Caspar, I'm
very
from House
high in
Berglies.
the ranks yet, but
My
I'm
mother
basically
married
a
House
general.
Berglies after I was born, so my position within the family is rather lowly. But I'm determined to make something of myself in this battle to bring glory to my part of the family, for the sake of my mother and sister.
He's gonna die.
Yes.
Okay, well there isn't much for us to do. So I guess we can just go through.
Hey there.
Strengthen our weapons. Does any... Those weapons are good. Weapons are good. We can repair the Armor Slayer.
There you go.
And the Levin Sword. We're gonna wait to repair the Levin Sword till it's actually broken. Silver Axe is good. We can repair the Javelin.
Is this it? There you go.
And the Iron Lance
it?
while we're at
There
it.
you
Why
go.
not? Iron Axe is still good.
Is this it? There you
We'll
go.
do Yuri's Sword. Okay.
Come
I
back
think that's
anytime.
good. I think we're just gonna go into battle. Yeah, we're just gonna hop right into the battle. There's not really much more we can do. So we shall save the game and see what this battle entails.
We will soon arrive at Garreg Mach Monastery. Forcing a surrender here is extremely significant, both strategically and symbolically. Of course, this is personal as well. This is where we all came together to learn and grow. I have no intention of yielding to our former classmates, so I ask that you prepare yourselves for anything.
I'm not thinking about friends right now, and I'm certainly not prepared.
Damn it, don't go around saying things that lower morale before we even get started. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's fight.
I have nothing to lose aside from my friends who are here with me. Does that answer satisfy you?
I have been ready for this since leaving my land of home. I will fight and win.
How can you prepare to fight? Maybe I can prepare to prepare.
There is no reason that I should not be prepared. It is my duty to stand up and battle.
Thank you all. Now, let's talk strategy.
As the raiding force, we will attack the area nearest to the monastery. The Knights of Seros certainly won't stand down after they catch sight of Her Majesty and the Professor. At the same time, the remaining areas will be surrounded and annihilated by the main army. In other words, we are the decoy that must suppress the enemy's most elite soldiers.
We know more about the area near the monastery than anyone else in the Imperial Army. Still, we must prepare for the worst. It's possible we will have to face the Archbishop's true form, the Immaculate One. Fight with all you have, but don't be reckless. As promised, I will leave the command to our professor.
I will protect you all.
Not only will we all survive this, but we will undoubtedly emerge victorious.
This will be our first battle as the Black Eagle Strike Force. All the more reason to prevail.
Okay. Now, since yesterday's episode was on the longer end, we are actually going to end this episode off right here. Now, I'm sorry for doing this, but due to time constraints, it is what must be done. So in the next episode, actually, I'll give you guys a sneak peek. In the next episode, this is the battle we will be doing. We'll be taking on Garreg Mach. Like, we got Gilbert over here we're gonna have to fight, Setith over here, Blaine. So we are in for an amazing battle. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to my channel to continue this awesome adventure. We are now at a point in the game where I haven't seen it. So it's a mystery to me what happens, just like you guys. So guys, thanks again so much for watching this episode, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.